Hey, how's it going? It's Jared here, Midnight Bandit. Um, yeah. So things have been wild. I've been kind of staying away from releasing music on YouTube. I don't know why. I guess I was dealing with some stuff at the time. So I put most of my stuff on Bandcamp when I was able to complete it. But my music is now available all on there. Within this mix, there is three projects, and I'll explain them to you in a second here. So I feel like this is a celebration of my hard work and dedication. Not to sound too snooty, but within 5 years, I have been able to make 1,000 finished projects in FL Studio and put them on SoundCloud. I started this in 2020 on I believe it was Canada Day, and within that time, 1,000. It's amazing. So the first album is just kind of my attempt at doing kind of poetic hip hop. I mean, it's really all my music is raw, unpolished, unfinished, and as much as I work hard at trying to make it, you know, good or whatever, I kind of discovered early that I'm not trying to make good music, I'm trying to make Midnight Bandit music. And if people vibe with that, that's all better, because then it will be coming from an honest place. So, if you don't like it, that's cool. But if you do like it, please stick around, play it in the background, listen to it deeply if you want to. The first one's episode 2 of my Joe Walsh series. I hope you like it. And I'll get back to you after the album is finished. Stay frosty. I've been talking trash and I know that you know this. I've been practicing so my flow can progress. Snow up on my microphone, flow speed frozen. I ain't talking lift, I'm talking pro osmosis. So invested in this, but I came ill literally. Finna be the best, loud, never subliminal. You distribute the wealth instead, take accountability. I'll rip MC's heads off verbally with agility. Physically burnt out, but still bring the fire. Liver than the crimes winning all night cipher. I needed to get my thoughts out, even if negative. I look real hectic and stupid. Even you are respected. Every message represents methodical profession. Step into the light, cause you's about to get tested. Rapping. Attention deficit, most deaf, remember it. Forget what you said, shit, I can't care, pretend I did. Defy the lines on the cement, relevant, next shit. Testing, replenishment, evident. The lessons I kept as a kid were met with haphazard recollection, never remembering shit. Definitive linguistic synonyms, Wisdom of a wizard in my fellowship, popping like a cyst with that gobbledygook. Don't blink or you're hissed, stopping all y'all energy like I exist as your predicament. No need to mention click, nevertheless I dip, simile skipping, crib walking like I'm testing the mic. Who's listening? Slick like a glistening clip. What's shaking? Chick-fil-A up in this bitch. This ain't finger licking, heart quickening. Who when you spit, you don't run that quick. Bringing my brick phone to the picnic, delivery like the 25th. Mine from a simpler time, straight up the sticks. The ribs on my Taurus make it easier to get a grip. Trees for the forest sound like an 808 when it clips. You couldn't relate if you were joined at the hip. Taking over states, but this ain't a blitz. Loving like a criminal, desperate for visits. Licking my lips, salt on my chips. It's your fault that I rip. You know that I am the shit. You's an adult, so why you spitting like a kid? You screaming at the ether, but I only feel a prick. Medicated schizophrenic, you filling up on devilish sentiment. Annoying that I got the holy grail. Your spirit's moldy, stale, sucking back your own essence with every sip, choking on every tall tale. You spoiled in jail. Avoid the Freudian slip, joy of music cloistered in my ploy. I don't feel shit, you devoid of realness. Switch. Yo, check it. Midnight Bandit. Y'all will have to know whether it's the baddest flow or blowing your dome right out the windows. Hype it grows in intervals, cause prose is my osmosis. Homeless Winnebago, the boasting like a Toastmaster. Stratocaster solo for the dolo, bolo between my legs. Hoping to cop these eggs, get out the stola like a Koenigsegg. Fast but reckless like T-Rexes, casting hexes from these hexagonal X's. Fresh as shit, until the next shit. Expect the best, until a hectic sense of existential dread turns everything blood red. A case of bud up in my bed, heavy mind like dubstep busting out my chest. Like a never-ending quest to get respect from the chess club. I never was an intellect, just a gesture with a special sentence made from endless neglect. Yeah. As we colonize your brain, we colonize your soul, we colonize your pain, we colonize just to take control, just to take control. Yo, we colonize. This is a weird way to start a verse. History is made by those who pick cartographers. It seems that nature must purge this pale failure, a curse worse than any servant officers. Searchlights burst upon the birth of virgin thirst for lands demanding handing over to the universal scourge. Some be clutching pearls while unearthing turf, unfurling worlds to drain of certainty of worth. Sacred acres never favored, always yours to merge, to earn, to purchase. Invasive creatures to the verge of predators perturbed. Act like this is overheard, but you wear despair on your cotton shirt. Orange aging hollow and hurting, eternally vacant, but never to stop working. History is made by those who paid cartographers. We colonize your brains, and that is only what we have to offer. We colonize your brains, we colonize your soul, we colonize your pain, and we take control. We colonize. Yeah. Midnight Bandit. Let it ride. I'm the Midnight Bandit. Yo, check it. Yeah. I get this kind of feeling when I'm on the mic, ignite dormant feelings, revealing the lack of a ceiling to these crackerjack assholes, wheeling, congealing from moments of healings after dealings of death, like Celine, but puffing on the blessed sessions of fresh orange peeling, Goldine, sea kings, eating memories and dreams with that infinite PP. PowerPoint presentation. This is the joint while you hesitating. I rip shit effortlessly in segments, evident expressions of lessons, heavy like a shot of estrogen in testicles, scepters of serpents. I'm skeptical of certainty, hurling energy at enemies, bursting with destiny, repping collectively. Yo, why you testing me? Disguised as rivalry, hiding behind a dynasty of dynamite-sized lies, while we drive in dreams the size of tyrants, sirens, sliding fires of admirers. Cyberpunk incisors cannot hijack our ethernet fibers. The sky's the limit, but we fucking with that Kyber crystal mind reading discipleship. Final fighting with Kaiser crushing. Title type lossless click. We on that boss. Pause off it, or we'll hold you hostage. This ain't no hostage.
Yeah, this is Joe Walsh. We're gonna talk about rappers who rap about something, not just speaking words like they're stupid or some shit. I don't know. Whatever, check it. White rappers say you nothing and acting cause they be frontin', they bluff and say something with substance. Be another someone instead of a dunce, playing Puff the Magic Dragon, childlike and tragic, bankrupt of imagination. Only beauty pageants of rap, but time you're wasting can't handle fake rap, so take it back. Like bad crack, baseball bat till you're 33 and a third. LP sounds corny and it doesn't deserve to be heard. Keep it in the burbs, you stomping round like you going to work, but jerk, your words are meaningless dirt. You getting served, carbonation makes you burp. It's like you're part of a herd, but you don't know the pain and the hurt, the desperation with the sweat on your shirt. Meritocracy that's pure evil. The cure is birthed by just informing people. Yeah, you can rap real fast, but what you say won't last, cause you crackerjack anthems stay in the past. An ass kissing, systematic gas to blasphemy. Don't pass it off as rap, cause ain't nobody got time for that. Pass it to me, this is boom bap. Cancel the plantation type beat and gather your homies till we roll in 10,000 deep. Be proud of the opportunity to speak. Now don't be another op, be real and unique. This is eternity, yeah. If you yearning for the real, then you searching for me. Googling it ain't gon' give you the raw intellect for free. Dumb is what they try to wanna make you. Get in the airwaves and haunt them like you the spirit of unity. We rollin' deep like the fire bringing heat, not the creeps wearing sheets. Unity. We're the spirit of unity, fire bringing heat, not the creeps up in the sheets. Yeah, Joe Walsh. It's some real shit. I'm tired of fucking practicing my flow. Man, I've been talking shit for so long, it's making me cold. Yo, here we go. Let's open. Bandit Beats, BC. Yeah, legendary beats.
Hey, it's Joe Walsh here. I'm just recording some of the fucking raw vocals and lyrics I wrote over the past couple days. So check it out. It's not in its final form, but whatever.
These intellectual gaffers add patterns, pitch and step into the platter on some hat tricking rings around Saturn. The kind of actor practically vying for practical jokes and capital laughter. Oops, punishment. I punish men with a big pen. Living on adrenaline, when keeping it eventually sentient. Chiming in while rhyming will find you quiet like disguises will vibe with a line that I shall never cross. the size of a hydrant. Find where my mind went, sky high with the vibrance. Cry, even if I'm lit by the fires of spy versus spy on Plywood Island. Mind the next stop, this is where we get off. No, I don't listen to your songs, cause there aren't any. Plenty of energy like an op, like a centipede. Nah, me, centipede, nah, me, yo. I got the dynamite plunger like a sense of brutalist architecture. Embark on a dark telegraph, tire puncture in space and time rupture. I am the instructor conducting lectures from the back of a Humvee. Grain harvester, pain of the larvae to the rich investor, buster, motherfucker, arbiter of the arbitrary darkness that's farther than martyrs' parts in all of this. Hiss of the snake, cobra jet intake, sacred heart of the beast from these streets to the deepest reaches of the place we can never seek. Sever it, peak, yo. What's that? Yo, was a warlock, born to rot, more than not. Absorb ops, the spot, the sore onslaught. Deposit objects into the fortress, hot like jobs at 12 o'clock. More than a sorcerer's orifice can spit. Ignore the witches with the sword of the polar shit. Never take orders from the hordes of simpletons. Cock the product, drop the wood, it's like sawdust. Forest shit, explore the shores of the gore nest with orbital core, dick and sword, born from shit. That scientific method seekers are forever horrified to witness. Best wishes, lest we forget respect to those who get it, for those who rest. Fucking rest in excrement. Yeah, my brain works different, not disabled, I'm limitlessly efficient. Wouldn't wish this on anybody else, cause this is my mission. Also ain't none of my business what you doing, unless we trying to get them chips without the fish. Dip into my mind to see the neurodivergence. My intelligence is as wise as a hermit and as aligned as a surgeon. People search and digest like search engines. Yo, sliding through the grapevine like a giant serpent. I'm just selling my time like a rhyme merchant. Bursting with skill, filling with a church with the red pill. Center field, yes it's real, over the hill. Yo, I'm insane when I drop hydroplaning hydrophons. Yo, can't stop or create the ambiance of Beyonce dropping bombs whenever I say I'm on my way. Jose, man, I never turn on the TV so hoes get in my way. I'm Mac easy like $5 in a microwave. No fucks to give anyway. In a sweepstakes, I sleep great. Never half stepper unless I step in my own way. Whatever, yo, wait. I never half awake. I take what is given, that's not disrespect. On my face, I embrace the path I face while creating better days. Even when I'm dazed. Even with an LS pacer, you couldn't keep up to my pace. It's great.
Freedom embodied kind of hip hop was what we're gonna do here on this Joe Walsh joint. Yeah. Check it. Yo. Why can't you just talk to people about spiders? Defeat his peeps, keeping score, the real secret providers. You want an insider, a pipeline with lies inside her? Provide evidence that you align with the live cipher. I don't find pride in trying to define your indecipherable violations of my mind's typewriters. Yo, hibernating like a guy's wife when he don't provide the hype or a good night's rest after wild sex. Tap into the best, or remain unconscious in this bomb shit. You caught the knowledge even when it's not polished. Oh gosh, you know, I think Joe Walsh just evolved. Anyways, whoa, what's this? Bad actors on both sides, whack because the ghost of what's inside provides the guise of being obliged to the truth, but these dudes really never arrive. What subsides is a collage of collisions collapsing inside. Bribed by truth under the right and wrong at the same time. Sad rhymes, calculating a binary in real time just to make a dime to heal what's on my mind. Defining moments approaching divides between provided demise and a beginning that draws outside the lines, wind down and float off into the night sky. This night sky, as long as the white is his inhabiting the habitat, habitually fabricating tracks that have racks like Bianca Beauchamp, rocking the habs, melancholy like wobbly pops in purgatory, gnawing off the top of a bottle, offering to be coddled. Obstacle throttle devolve into tomorrow impossible with lossless audio bravado, trying to eat an avocado sub in an off-road Tahoe without provolone or habanero, jalapeno ricotta apostles. Tomahawk block, drop the hammer, unstoppable clocking at the job by rocking the block. My soldering wand is a sonic bomb as I'm pausing to cross the Atlantic, practically batshit. Abracadabra, the magic of madness, I clap with my hands to catch it before it vanishes. And that's just about how it happens, yo. Listen to my madness, this is Bandit Beats, Midnight Bandit, Ghost Mouth, Ghost King, fucking Ethereal X, Free Ether, what's next? It's gonna get into the motherfucking conquest. Leave out the rest, take all your names and shove them into the unconsciousness, subconscious, suppress it and fucking forget it, cause I'm here to rep your collective, no, my collective, expect it. Yeah.
There's Midnight Bandit bangers. Alright.
Till the wheels fall off. Nothing conceals, that's how we get our rocks off. You shit disturber, just a lurker to bop. You seem so certain, got a bubble to pop. Knock it off.
Hey Jared, can you knock it off? It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and we're trying to sleep because we are going to work, unlike you irresponsible, irreplaceable fucking little idiot. Anyways, okay, but on the real, I get so caught up in the ideas of what it could have been if I had more accountability and the capacity for mental agility, responsibility, but here I am, just a nobody, some hillbilly with ADHD and a penchant for being annoying and noisy. You get me? This ain't no ploy, this ain't no jab or whatever. Expect it. See clearly for what I am here. Take me as I am, or I'm out of here. Yo. I'm feeling the vibes. Are you feeling the vibes, or is it just me? Anyways, because
I'm here to rock until the wheels fall off. Nothing concealed, that's how we get our rocks off. You shit disturber, just a lurker to bop. You seem so certain, got a bubble to pop. Yeah, 3 times is the charm, so sadistic when we're safe from harm. To pull my finger cost a leg and an arm. This cat is burning like a medieval barn. Yo, you're so sadistic when I say it from heart. Yeah. I don't need another naysayer, I don't need another naysayer. I know this is offbeat, but I am a beat player like a ColecoVision up in the motherfucking Doomslayer Vision Retro Doom Splin Garbadabaro. Can I explain myself to some? I don't need another naysayer. I don't need another naysayer. That is not what I need. Not what I need. Not what I need. Drop into the sea. I don't need another fucking one of these. Midnight Bandit, don't forget it. Bandit Beats BC, yo, completely. I'm selling out to the entire machine, yo. Maybe not, actually.
Yo. Yo. Joe Walls. Yo, check it out. That's how I feel. Yo, elbows up Canada like the Stanley Cup. The president's not manly, panicking till he bluffs. Very therapeutic when we damage the book. The guy's barely a thug, the guy is scared to be hugged. USD is more than this parody's butt plug. Economy chug like he can handle a case of bud. Wiser than any artificial puppet. I got incisors wider than a wall, and they're begging for blood. One heck of a chud. This princess won't shut up. Elbows up, we are Canada, colder than a soldier, hands dirty like a janitor, panicking bastards with hands in the honey pot. They will stop at nothing till they've got what you got, discovering the plot of a northern kingdom that's as heavy as a tube sock. Cue ball rock in my pocket, stocky like a block of ice. Dow Jones can't pay the price because we're twice as nice. Yo, this is not a joke, but a joke you can't take. Face it, we got more lakes than the Los Angeles Lakers. A table of acres favorable, we're basically neighbors. Yo, but Jesus wept, you ain't our savior. Just a bunch of sus haters, save it for later. Elbows up. Elbows up. Elbows up. That's how I feel. Yo, elbows up Canada like the Stanley Cup. The president's not manly, panicking till he bluffs. Very therapeutic when we damage the book. The guy's barely a thug, the guy's scared to be hugged. USD is more than this parody's butt plug. Economy chug like he can handle a case of bud. Wiser than any artificial puppet. I got incisors wider than a wall, and they're begging for blood. One heck of a chud. This princess won't shut up. Yo, this is not a joke, but a joke you can't take. Face it, we got more lakes than the Los Angeles Lakers. A table of acres favorable, we're basically neighbors. Yo, but Jesus wept, you ain't our savior. Just a bunch of sus haters, save it for later. Elbows up.
I'll try it again. I mean, I'm gonna do it in one whole take. This is Joe Walsh. That's my real name. I mean, it's a rearrange, but whatever. Y'all know about this shit. Yo. Maybe one day you'll see decimate like a duck blade, or maybe it's Maybelline. Make a face driving straight with rage on a snaky road overboard and into the sailor's sea. Ports of Canada from VIC. Tories got war stories but lack the magazines. Fiend for a big dream, sipping on lean. Up against the fence, I got your shit and y'all know what I mean. Nosy MCs get boned like a trampoline. You chose to bust so red, but Hennessy like a motherfucking vampire queen. If you thought that was mean, y'all feeling raw without no Vaseline. Battle axe, split you like a fucking flip peen. You sippin' tea, slip some shit into your peak dreams. All of your homies know me, absorb tons of stories imploring you to speak. Block the door on the street, sweep the floor with the heat. I keep it poor, you gotta flee. And I straight Fleetwood Mac when I make you rap on your G's on one of my beats. Right on TV, the hype's gone. CD, panting nitrous bombs. With the World War III, got my Nikes on. For me, ignore me, or I'll horror story. Like some more vitality, immortality is actually a liability. Banality available for literal Nazis. Hobbling like a goblin, I'm on night watch. Yo, you lied, you saw, pause the game. Now, before I slap your whiteness off, drop in the raw because I'm like, aw, hell no!
It's from the bong with the Iodora. Haters wanna hate, but the haters be Sora. I found love in a Bugatti Veyron. Haters wanna hate, but they leave me alone. It's from the bong with the Iodora. Haters wanna hate, but the haters be Sora. I found love in a Bugatti Veyron. Haters wanna hate, haters wanna hate, haters wanna hate, 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 hate. higher store. Haters wanna hate, but the haters beat it so wrong. I found love in a Bugatti Veyron. Haters wanna hate, but they leave me alone. It's from the bond with the higher store. Haters wanna hate, but the haters beat it so wrong. I found love in a Bugatti Veyron. Haters wanna hate, but they leave me alone. 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 Haters wanna hate, wanna hate.
So, as you can see, the first album was, it's just kind of a mixtape or some kind of like demo or something like that. I mean, I'm sure some of you can admit that the sound quality isn't terrible, but I kind of pride myself with my lo-fi grit. So, I don't know if YouTube has the best quality for it, but if you want really good quality, go to Bandcamp, where I have all these albums on display. The second album is called Droppin' 1,000 Ain't Much, and it's just a grouping of my kind of more chill, relaxing beats that I've made with my MIDI keyboard. I have a Yamaha Reface, and a lot of them are kind of like it. I had a moment where I was like, one day I'd be making a song that's more crazy, guttural, hardcore, kind of more, I don't know, dissonant, and I'd be using my bass guitar. And then the other day I'd make these chill beats. So this is the part of the album. It was going to be one album, but I decided that the two types of songs were too different. So this is it. And the first song, Provide Valuable Insight, was my 1,000th song on SoundCloud within 5 years. Sorry. So if you enjoy this, again, hit that like button, do the YouTube stuff. If you want to subscribe, go for it. I'm going to have more stuff in the future, so enjoy. I'll see you guys in a bit for the third album. Okay, so I hope you like that. The third album, I'll just cut to the chase. That's the bass album. It's kind of dissonant. That's why I put it last. It's not some people's cup of tea, I'd imagine, just because it's not the most melodic or easy to listen to. But I love it. And after listening to it through my receiver, I've got a stereo, kind of nice hi-fi stereo, and I've got some somewhat hi-fi headphones that I've had for a long time. And if I turn up the bass, not too much though, because I like bright mixes. But it turns out to be like one of the coolest albums. I can vibe with it. And my naming it of Subwoofer Surfer was coming from this idea that if you program your tracks with MIDI or whatever, or if you quantize, I guess with a piano, your bass, that it tends to not have the same effect as your fingers on an actual or pick on the actual analog instrument itself, and it just has a bit more, I guess, articulation. It has a bit more of a voice, and it sounds real to me. So as much as it's raw, unpolished, unfinished, and a lot of the time, I'm not the best bass player. I kind of just started not that long ago, so. But yeah, if you like it, cheers, and that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. The video's gonna end, and you can go do something else or whatever. But I love y'all, and I wanted to say this one thing. Black Sabbath was probably one of my biggest inspirations for all of my music. So this message goes out to Ozzy and all the fans of Black Sabbath and all that. So I love that guy. He seemed like the nicest, most cool person in the world. So, anyways, have a good one. Stay frosty.